Time for Island Breeze HVAC to ensure your cooling system is as refreshing as a gentle sea breeze. Our expert HVAC maintenance doesn't just cut down on energy bills, it transforms your living space into your own personal paradise all season long. Island Breeze HVAC, making comfort a breeze and the best choice in North Carolina.
Breezy, Island Breezy. Call 919-693-HVAC.
I wake up, turn on my screen. There's a voice, it feels like a dream. Next door radio, my online neighbor, telling stories like no other flavor. Local talk in the palm of my hand. Dial a number, it's time to expand. Join the program, let your worries unfold. Listen and share, it never gets old. Next door radio, it's the place to be. Local stories through the airwaves we see. Tune in, call in, let's have a conversation. Next door radio, let's go, no hesitation. Let's go, no hesitation.
Good morning and welcome to Local Talk. I'm your host, Angela Allen with the Granville County Tourism Development Authority. Hey guys, I know we've been hustling and bustling all through Granville County because it's officially springtime, and you guys know that we are your 411 to what's going on in Granville County. But I have got an awesome event to talk to you guys about this morning in our first segment, where you actually get to be here in Oxford and have the whole entire world come to you at your footsteps. So today we are going to be talking about Culture Fest. It is actually scheduled for May the 11th right here in downtown Oxford. And I have two lovely ladies in the studio with me this morning that is getting ready to tell us all about it. So I want to say good morning to Miss Ajulo Ortho and Miss Kathy Anna. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Thank y'all so much for being on this morning.
We appreciate the opportunity.
Definitely so. So I know we got a lot to talk about, but first I would love to be able to talk about exactly the origins of Culture Fest. So I'm going to actually talk to Miss Ajulo first.
Sure.
So Ajulo, tell us a little bit about your connections to Granville County and how this festival all came about.
I would love to. It's actually one of my favorite things to talk about
Yay.
is this connection. So my name is Ajulo, as you said, Ajulo Otho, and my mom is Dr. Helen Chavis Otho. And we've been in Granville County since the late 1700s. Actually,
wow.
Some of the earliest recorded records of our family was in 1823.
That is awesome.
And I'm fortunate to still be able to live on the land that's been in my family for that many
Oh my
generations.
goodness,
So
that's a
privilege. It
blessing
is
right
such a
there
blessing.
to be on land that's way older than yourself.
That's right. That's right. So obviously I value history
Yeah,
and I value this connection to place
definitely.
that I'm so privileged to have. And so the Multicultural Festival, now called Culture Fest,
Yeah.
was started by the John Chavis Historical Society.
And please tell us about the society, because I don't think a lot of people or my listeners know what the John Chavis Society is.
So my mother, after decades of research looking into her ancestor, John Chavis, decided to establish an association that would continue in her legacy of the preservation and celebration of history and culture.
Yeah.
And so that's how the John Chavis Historical Society got started way
Awesome.
back in 1997.
Okay.
And they've been keeping up their work ever since then. And one of the highlights of our year, our annual celebrations, is the Culture Fest celebration. So we are super excited about it. It's
Yeah.
evolved over the years.
I know, because for my listeners, this was actually an event that was not in downtown Oxford. It actually had several different homes before it actually found its place.
That's right. That's right. So it started at the Central Children's Home and
Yeah.
the gym there. We held it there a couple of years. I think one year we had it at the Expo Center.
I remember that.
And then under Mayor Jackie Sargent, she decided to help move it downtown.
Yeah.
And now under Mayor Guillermo Nurse, we're moving to Main Street
So,
downtown.
I mean, it is truly progressed.
Yes.
And it's so interesting, like you were saying, it started out as a multicultural event. And I used to attend those first couple of events and loved your mom. You already know how
Yes.
highly I thought of Dr. Ortho. And it was always a blessing, in my opinion, even though those were smaller crowds to begin with, just how diverse they were, just the amount of performers that were diverse. But you guys are completely taking it to a whole nother place now that it's on Main Street.
That's
So
right.
that's where I get to introduce this year's event coordinator, Miss Kathy Anna. So tell us a little bit about yourself, your connection to Granville County, and how in the world did you get involved with Culture Fest?
Listen, it's a blessing, and it was a God thing. So I'm proud to say that Ajulo and I just clicked.
Okay.
Mayor Nurse thought it would be a good idea for us to meet and talk. And I came to Granville County actually in 1987
Oh, wow.
with my first husband, and so moved on from that,
Okay.
and still here, raised my family here, my children, and now have 3 beautiful grandchildren.
Oh.
And it's so easy for us to get caught up in, I'm going to Durham, I'm going to Raleigh, I'm going to all these places to do things. And one thing that has really been put on my heart heavy in the past couple of years is local, local, local.
Mhm.
And so it's just such a pleasure for me to be able to say, I get to actually work in my own community
Yeah.
and help events that, we were one thing and now we want to be something else. And that's what
Definitely.
God has gifted me in, is event planning and design and just organization. And so, Ajulo and I talked, like I said, we clicked. I understood the assignment, and we have just been going gangbusters.
And I don't mean no harm, you guys. These 2 ladies have been super busy
Yeah.
pulling this thing together. So you know what? Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into Culture Fest. So please let's do the basic necessities: location, place, time,
Yes.
and let's get into some of the things that people will be able to experience,
Okay, so we are moving to Main Street,
which is awesome.
so proud of that, and we thank Mayor Nurse for that push and pointing us in the right direction. And Jackie Sargent, it still serves on the committee.
She still does.
And is a force of nature, and we could not have pulled this together without her. So we thank all the committee. We have so many great committee members. And so on May 11th, it's a Saturday, we're going to have wonderful weather. We've already ordered it.
Okay.
We're good.
And
Talk
it's
to the
on
big guy.
Mother's Day weekend.
It
So
is.
it is an opportune time, guys, to do something special with your mom.
Mhm.
Yeah, because we're going to have, right now, I have my list in front of me, but it grows every day. I get vendor applications, people who want to have a booth. Our booths this year for vendors are artisan based.
Okay.
So everyone that's going to be at Culture Fest, either their item is homemade, handmade, or it's custom.
Okay. Now, Kathy Ann, I'm going to be honest with you. When you
Yes.
come on my show, I like sneak peeks. So we got these artisans coming.
Yes,
So
we do.
give us a couple of them that are confirmed and are becoming, and what people can expect.
Well, let me just pull up my little list. So one I'm really excited about is Hanoi Design, and they are
Okay.
a Vietnamese woodworker.
Oh, wow.
It's Thao Hanoi, and he does all custom like wooden bowls and just the things that you would
Wow.
be proud to have out on your coffee table or to
Yeah.
use in your kitchen. We have, oh gosh, there's just so many. Well, see, my jewelry, she custom makes up at the art and craft space. There's so many vendors
Okay.
that pull in there, and a lot of those vendors are coming out to Culture Fest.
That is
So
really
we're going to
awesome.
have custom made jewelry. We're going to have natural handmade soaps.
Oh, I'm a fan of that. That is one of
Oh.
my personal favorites.
I'm telling you, when you see these things in person,
Yeah.
they're just beautiful. They don't just smell good and work. They're beautiful.
They're beautiful.
Absolutely
Well,
beautiful.
awesome. So that's a couple of the artisan vendors that will be
Yes.
coming. Well, we already know. Now, when we come to street festivals, any type of festival, we got to have food. But I already know with Culture Fest that the food's going to be taken up to another level. So let's tell the listeners a little bit about the food they can expect at Culture Fest.
Well, so when we started talking about this, we thought we'll have 6 or 8, right?
Mhm.
We have 9, and I had to cut it off
Oh, wow.
because so many
That's
people,
awesome.
yeah, they wanted to be a part of Culture Fest, and so we have everyone's favorite Soul Bachi
Oh,
is
God,
coming. So
yes.
we've got the
Mhm.
Asian fusion.
I'll give a personal recommendation.
You just- yeah. And then we're gonna have some good old Southern barbecue with
Okay.
Bigfoot barbecue.
Awesome. Another fave.
We have
I should stop
recap-
doing that on the show, talking
That's
about what my
right.
favorites
I know.
are. I should stop that.
They're all your faves. These will
Of
all be your
course,
faves.
I am such an equal opportunity type of girl. When it's food, I'm all over it.
Listen, and then we have a food truck called Greetalian. So it's
Oh,
Greece and
okay.
Italy together.
Oh, awesome.
So it's Mediterranean style, and they serve shawarma.
Shawarma. So please explain
Oh,
for
it's-
people like myself that don't know what that word is.
Okay, so yeah, it's a fancy word for meat on a stick.
Oh,
So
see,
basically,
I'm all for, see, you sold me when you said it was meat on stick.
meat on a stick.
The fancy word is just icing on the cake.
They slice it off it's just all this meat that's packed onto a kind of a pole, I would call it.
Okay.
And then they just shave it off.
Oh my
for you.
goodness! So I already know I'm going to
Angela,
eat way entirely too much.
You
at
are
this
gonna have
festival.
listen, if you're diabetic, get your insulin ready. Because let me tell you, and the one that I'm truly excited about
Mhm.
is I mean, they're all gonna be great,
Yeah.
but we have actually a fair food truck.
Okay.
So we're talking the deep fried Oreos, the
Okay.
cotton candy, the candied apple, you know.
So for all the kids,
yes.
and the kids at heart.
pick
So,
me.
There it
Yes,
is. There
absolutely.
it is. Well,
So,
awesome.
yeah,
Well,
it's
I
gonna
am
be great.
excited to hear about the food. We've talked about a little bit of the vendors that people will be able to shop.
Yes.
But let's talk about the main event
Oh.
or the performances.
Yeah.
So let's get into some of the people and the groups that people will be able to see at Culture Fest.
I am so excited. I cannot tell you how this has just come together so beautifully. And of course, everything comes down to the wire.
Yeah, of course.
You know, and we're in the final days and we firm people up.
yeah,
and
we're
then, oh, wait.
officially May 1st now.
Right, right. And then we get word, oh wait, we can't meet that time slot. We can't come.
So it's
Ooh.
flipping and a flopping.
It's
I
flipping.
get it.
But you know what? It's what we do. So it's all good.
And we've got a schedule that's jam packed from
Yes.
11
So,
until 4.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yes.
You got to make sure that if you have the time to do the all day thing, it is well
Yes.
worth it.
Yeah.
Yes.
But definitely give us a little bit of a sneak peek of the people that they'll be able to see.
So
Yeah.
you're going to have performances from people who represent different regions and cultures and countries. Hawaii.
Okay.
So that's kind of like a nice, relaxing calm. We're going to start with that.
Okay.
Nice, relaxing kind of calm. And then it goes into New Zealand.
Okay.
And, you know, we get a little bit more of the oomph
Mhm.
going. One of the things I am most excited about adding this year is the Triangle Chinese Dance Club.
Oh, awesome.
They are coming and they are set to do like 4 or 5 different dances,
Okay.
Traditional Chinese dance. But one of those, I didn't even tell you this, Julie. You don't even know
Oh,
this.
surprise for
Well,
the originator. Okay.
Because she knows I got really
It's good
disappointed when
news.
one of my vendors backed out. They're gonna do the dragon dance.
You guys, you heard it first.
Yes.
here on Local Talk that we
Yes.
will actually have dragon dancers
Yes.
at Culture Fest. That is
Yes.
so awesome.
That was, I feel like, just such a God thing, and I'm so excited they're coming. They're so colorful.
Yeah.
We've got Garrett Krupa, which is an Indian dance group that
Oh
was.
my God, they came last
Yes.
year, y'all. If you've got to come see that, they are absolutely beautiful
Yes.
ladies, and the
Yes.
dances that they do are so elaborate. It is
Mhm.
just something to be seen.
That's right. Every hand motion, every
Yes.
movement of the body is intended.
Yes, it is very much so, and you can tell that when you see them perform,
Yeah.
which is pretty awesome.
Right,
Yeah.
looking back at the pictures and just their faces and their expressions,
Yes.
and just how expressive they were in their
Mhm.
craft, it just was mind blowing.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we have to honor, because of Miss Ajulo and the African culture, we
Yeah.
have to honor that. And we have the Ancestors Voices Ensemble.
Oh,
And so that is
that's new.
that is new. Ajulo, do you want to talk about that?
It
Please
is.
do.
It's a combination of singing, drumming, and African dancing.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
So we get a 3-for-1. Okay, I like that.
Well, and then, are you ready for this? All right, we have just acquired the Sensational Nightingales.
Hold the phone.
I'm telling
Wait
you,
a second.
I'm telling you, it's going to be so good.
That is so awesome.
Yes, they have just come on board with us. And for those who don't know, they are an old school Black gospel group
Yes,
that will
they
change your world.
are. If you are from the quartet era
Yes.
in Black African American history,
Yeah.
then this is the group you
Yes.
definitely want to
Yes.
see. That is just awesome to see the diversity and the different cultures
Yeah.
that will be represented just in the performances
Yeah.
and by itself. So this looks like a completely jammed packed day.
Well, wait, but there's more.
Oh, you got some more
We
for
got
me.
some
Okay.
more.
I wasn't ready. I
I
wasn't
know.
ready.
That's what I'm just like. We have demonstrations that are going to be happening.
That's exactly what I was going
Oh,
to go
okay.
to next.
Sorry, I jumped the line.
You jumped the line.
But I'm so excited
in
about it.
addition to being able to shop from handmade, and
Yes.
definitely other cultures, from being able to eat from different cultures, to actually being able to see performances from different cultures, that's the piece I want to talk about, that there are live demonstrations
Yes.
representing different cultures. So tell us a little bit about that.
So one of the demonstrations is going to be karate and martial arts, and
Okay.
that's by Kenny and Christian Buffalo.
Awesome.
Christian is a U.S. Olympic athlete,
Oh wow.
and so he is gracious enough to come and share that with us. We have Blue Wolf Wood and Iron,
okay.
and that is Mr. Brian Johnson, and I think it's Johnson. I'm so sorry, Brian, if I messed up your name, but yes, he is going to be doing a demo on iron forging and making a double hook.
Oh cool.
And so he's actually going to talk about that, give a little presentation, and then he's going to physically do it right in front of us,
that's awesome.
so we can learn. And I think the biggest problem I've had is trying to fit everything in.
I
because
get
you wanna-
it. It's a full day, no
It is.
doubt. And
Lord Granville will be there as well.
you guys, and I'm sorry, just stop breakfast right here. So they are a wonderful group. They have a harvest show every year in October. Mini plug for them. But I love it when they actually come out and actually be a part of different community festivals and
Mhm.
everything. They will actually bring out those antique equipment. And in some instances, they will do some live demonstrations of how corn was shucked and different types of things with those machineries. But I'm going to tell you the real reason why you got to go see
I know
them.
what it is.
That homemade
Made
ice
ice
cream.
cream.
Oh my God. And you got to get there early, because it's sure enough going to sell out.
And see, that's
No
the thing.
doubt.
And we have positioned them on Main Street to where they are going to be spread out. They're going to bring their 20 by 10 antique tool shed.
Awesome.
So we're going to get to see the vintage tools of the day.
Great.
But that ice cream maker is actually the old fashioned.
It is the old fashioned way in the
Ice
back of
cream
my
maker.
grandma's yard,
Yes.
churning. I'm just saying.
Yes.
That's how old fashioned this ice cream is. But the cool part about the day, in my opinion, is you'll be able to see things. You'll be able to eat
Yes.
things. You'll be able to buy things.
Mhm.
But guess what? You can also make things that
Yes.
day too. So
Yes.
tell us a little bit about the arts and crafts that
Oh
are going
my
to be going
goodness.
on at Culture Fest.
Miss Ann Williams, God bless her. She has worked really hard every year to
Every
bring-
year
every
since
year.
you started.
Yes. to have crafts available for the kids. And so we're going to
Yeah.
have 4 craft stations.
Awesome.
Some will involve the coloring of the mandala. And if you don't know what a mandala is, you need to Google it because it's really cool
Yeah.
and very festive and colorful. She has created crafts. I think one of those is going to be making a beaded bracelet
Mhm.
with like the
Yeah.
wooden beads. So it's more of the African
Yes.
wooden beads. She just has some really great things lined up for everybody, and it's free.
Totally free.
Totally
and this is
free.
for the kids and the kids at
That's
heart.
right.
Right.
Because I will hop on a craft table in a heartbeat. No
That's
problem
right.
at all.
And so I'm calling that the Kids Zone.
Awesome.
And it's going to be close to Lord Granville, which has the ice cream.
ice
So it's
cream.
strategic.
Gotta have that.
But we also have a face painter that's coming.
Awesome.
Now, so I don't know what she charges, but you can get your face painted.
Definitely.
And, the kids will just have, I feel like, a great time.
Well, it sounds like period. If you're anybody and you come to downtown Oxford on May 11th, everybody's gonna have a good time.
That's right.
Absolutely.
So ladies, I love the fact that we were able to really give people a sneak peek and break down all the different components of the festival and everything. But I always try to end my show with getting a little bit of personal with my guests and everything. So I'm gonna start with Ajulo. In
Yeah.
planning the Multicultural Fest and working with John Chavis, what's your favorite part about doing this?
Yeah, so thank you for this question. And again, Angela, thank you for this opportunity.
Yeah.
The best part about Culture Fest for me is that it is a love letter. It is
I like
a
that.
love offering from my mother, Dr.
Yes.
Helen Chavis.
I love that.
To the community. It is a celebration of the things that have the most meaning in all of our lives as
Yeah.
human beings. And it's an opportunity to bring us closer together
Definitely.
by celebrating those different cultural expressions of things like love and joy.
Yeah.
And being able to see it shine through
In so many
in
different
so
ways.
many different ways. And so hopefully folks who leave will feel more connected to each other
Great.
and more love.
Definitely. And I know, Kathy Anna, you're new, but what's your favorite part about working on this event?
I tell you, I've learned so much. This has
Awesome.
really just been so enlightening for me because when you're, trying to pull in different cultures and knowing what we've had in the past and what we want to look to do in the future, I had to do a lot of research. And I
Yeah.
learned so much. And people will think I'm crazy. Geography was never my strong suit. But I didn't know Ghana was a country.
Yeah. So I mean, it's just one of those
What?
things
Yeah.
that when you're learning and you're researching and you're actually bringing something together,
Yeah.
you actually have the opportunity to open up your own world from
Mhm.
what you knew. So I always think that's pretty awesome when we have opportunities to have events like this in our community and be able to reach out in the world,
That's
but
right.
also bring the world to us at the
That's
same
right.
time too.
Absolutely.
So guys, you cannot miss this. Ladies, if people want to find more information about what's going to be going on at Culture Fest, where should they go?
You can go to our website. I will kind of spell it out for you. It is culturefest24.planningpod.com.
Perfect.
Now, if that's too much for you, just go to Facebook and search for Culture Fest OXNC.
There we go.
And so there we go. And if anybody is still looking to have a sponsorship, we have
Definitely.
those available. Ajulo and her family are so generous, and the John Chavis Historical Society are so generous to this community by putting this on for everybody. But we still need some help.
I mean, you
Yeah,
have
we-
to put this on. Like
Yeah.
those performances cost,
They do.
demonstrations cost.
Yes.
Being in downtown actually is a cost and fee for
That's
itself
right.
too.
Yes.
So this is a worthwhile event
Mhm.
for our community to get involved in. So if you are part of a business, you're part of an organization, and you want to pitch in
Mhm.
financially to give towards this event, you can also go onto the website to be able to do that.
Yes.
And I'm probably sure you still need some volunteers, right?
We still need some volunteers.
Okay.
Yes, we need volunteers for our craft table. Now I'm going to tell you, Rosalind Green is on. She's on her stuff with getting the volunteers lined up, and she has a good amount. But I would rather have too many
I know that's
than
right.
not enough.
Mm-hmm.
And I will say, just on the donations, I'm going to go on the website today, a little bit later today, and I'm going to put up a donation link. It's not
Perfect.
on there right now, so if somebody goes right now, they're not going to find it. But give me until like end of business today, and we will have that up and running.
Perfect.
And any help that we can get from the community we would love, because these expenses, don't think these performers are coming for free, folks.
They're
That's
not. They're not.
not
To bring
how this
them from
works.
all over the world,
Absolutely.
there is a cost.
there is a great cost.
But such a awesome reward
Yes.
for our community to not only highlight all the different cultures that we have in our area, but to celebrate them and to
Mhm.
show love to
right.
them
Yeah.
Right.
in a space and in a place that we feel welcomes all different types of cultures and
Yes.
backgrounds and people. So I encourage my listeners today, and obviously today, Trey's videoing my two lovely guests today. Whoever's looking at the time, for now or for later, this is your opportunity to give back to the community in a very full way, a very rewarding way, and a very much so celebration way of doing things in our community. So guys, mark your calendars next week. Actually, it's amazing to realize that,
Yes.
right? Next week, May the 11th, in downtown Oxford, from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. is Culture Fest. Thank you, ladies, so much for being
Thank
on this
you.
morning. We
Thank you. It's an
appreciate you.
honor.
And you guys already know, if you want to find out more about what's going on in Granville County, simply go to visitgranvillenc.com and check us out on social media at Visit Granville County NC. I hope everyone has a wonderful day and take the opportunity to open up your world.
In an accident? Call